What's going on, guys? Weird place to start a vlog, I know, but the lighting was on point and I'm making my porridge in the microwave over there. So I guess welcome to Elite Shreds episode 11. There's my breakfast, guys. 40 grams of oats, 1 scoop of vanilla protein, cinnamon, and 15 grams of peanut butter on top. And then I got some 0-cal maple syrup on top as well. Today is going to be a great day for a couple of reasons. One reason, I'm probably the leanest I've ever looked this morning. I weighed in 180.7, which isn't a low weigh-in by any means, but I have noticed that I've been getting leaner and leaner steadily for the past week or so, and my weight hasn't exactly been dropping drastically. I'm not worried about that. The mirror is like the final dictator of whether you got leaner or not, so pretty happy about that. Another thing, you guys know that I was working on a new track recently. My music, whoa, we got exposure. I'm going to release an EP, so 2 tracks, so really excited about that. I release free music all the time. This is like 2 free tracks in one. I was going to work on the artwork for that as well. Mr. Suicide Sheep, you know that channel. They've posted my tracks before. He said he'd post the title track of this EP, which is Inside, so I cannot wait. So just cracked open a BCA Red Berries, one of my favorites, and I've been working on the artwork for the EP. As you can see, just made this up. If anybody's wondering what program I use for all my thumbnails and photos, it's actually called paint.net. So when I answer you saying it's paint, I'm not being like funny, it is actually paint, it's paint.net. Yeah, it's a really good program and it's free, so I'd highly recommend it. So this is going to be the artwork for the 2 tracks. Pretty happy with how it turned out. It's like a heart with half a tree and birds flying off the tree. You got the colour in the background, the ocean coming in, and the title there. So I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. Just released my EP, Inside. Check it out, guys, there it is. If you are interested at all, just search Maluka on soundcloud.com and you will find all my music, and there's my latest EP, just released this minute. So really happy with how it turned out, and I can't wait to see the response. This is like my baby that has been a long time coming, so now I'm hungry. So I'm gonna make a salad for lunch, and it's gonna be quite low calorie because I'm picking tuna as my source of protein, which is low in fat. Now something that I recommend all the time is that you chop up vegetables, loads of different vegetables, and keep them in the fridge in a bowl so that you can either eat them in salads or fry them on a pan and have them with other food. So what I've got here is onions, green peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers, corn, mushrooms, cucumber, sweet peppers, asparagus, green beans, loads of things. And I just picked out some stuff that you can eat raw, like red peppers, green peppers, cucumber, onions, and then added them to some salad leaves. And then I just put some of this honey mustard light dressing from Aldi on top. Then I'm going to mix this tin of tuna with 15 grams of lighter than light mayo and just plonk it on top of that, and that'll be like less than 250 calories, I can guarantee it. So that is going to taste amazing, and it's going to be quite filling. There is my 5-minute lunch, and I will still be hitting some protein while keeping my fats and carbs low, so I can just have some more food later. Planning on going for food, don't know what I'll be getting yet, so this is a perfect lunch. It'll keep me full, satisfied, and it'll be a perfect pre-workout meal too. Alright guys, so it is time for me to answer your Snapchat questions, because I told you guys last night to snap me your questions and I'll save them for today. So got a few here. Thanks for all the questions, guys. Let's take a look. Opinion on reverse dieting after a cut. Will you do it or just go back to maintenance? My opinion on reverse dieting is that you shouldn't do this whole slow reverse diet. Slow reverse dieting is not the way to go. It gives your body time to adjust and start adding fat like at a normal rate, rather than just going bang back up to high calories. Your body still thinks it was in a deficit, so it's going to absorb all these calories, use them for building muscle and recovering and filling your muscles back up. So your reverse diet should be almost straight up to maintenance and then higher, and that's what I will be doing in 3 weeks, so I can't wait. When did you start working out and how much were you gaining per week? Okay, I started working out 3 years ago. In the beginning I was not tracking anything, not my weight, my bench press, my nothing. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just going to the gym as often as I could and eating like a hell of food. Like, people don't even understand. I don't know how much I was gaining per week. Probably more than a pound, I would guess. I've been lifting now for 6 months and you've taught me a lot. But when I do squats, I can't feel it in my hamstrings. Any tips on how to get bigger hamstrings? Okay, well, squats do build your entire leg, but if you want to focus on your hamstrings and bring them up specifically, there are some exercises that you can do, such as stiff leg deadlifts with dumbbells or with the barbell, which is also called a Romanian deadlift. There's glute ham raises. There's hamstring curls. Most gyms have those machines. That will cover you for hamstrings. Also, deadlifts will help you with hamstrings. Have you experienced any hate, and if so, how do you deal with it? And any recommendations? To be honest, guys, since I began this channel, this whole YouTube thing and Instagram, I got very little hate, which I was very surprised with. I honestly thought I would get a lot more hate than I have. I'm happy I don't get a lot of hate, and anybody who does show you hate, I think I've had like 1 or 2 comments over the whole span of my Instagram and YouTube. Just ignore it, it doesn't really mean anything. At the end of the day, your opinion of yourself is more important than the opinion of others. So, what are you studying in college? Financial maths and actuarial science. That's all you need to know. Would you ever get a tattoo? Also, thoughts on veganism. 2 very interesting questions. First, tattoos. I would never personally get a tattoo. I like having my health, my body, everything as clean and as natural as possible, so that's just me personally. I think tattoos look really cool on other people, and I can admire people's tattoos like all day, but I would never be able to get one myself. I would never be able to decide on one. That's just me. Thoughts on veganism? If you're doing it for ethical reasons, then by all means go right ahead. I don't know why else you would do it. Personally, I'm not going to go vegan. I do see how you can have a balanced diet and you can hit protein targets and stuff, but you would have to change macronutrients to being a more carbohydrate based diet in order to build muscle or maintain muscle as a vegan. Vegan bodybuilding, people are doing it. There's a lot of cool guys out there like John Venus, Brian Turner, and then there's loads more. I just don't know that many. But I would never do it myself. That's just the way I am. Hey Matt, what keeps you motivated to keep trying to get better all the time? The fact that I know I can get better is enough to keep me wanting to get better, if you see what I mean. How many calories a day? At the moment, 2200 a day. And that's not that hard for me. I've been lower than that before. I'm sure that's like your recommended daily intake for an average male anyway. So how did you balance the Leaving Cert and training? That is a good question. To a certain extent I didn't, because I had to lower my days training throughout the Leaving Cert. I think I only went 3 or 4 times max each week, but that's how I did it. I just went 3 or 4 times after I'd finished my homework and study and what else I had to do. Plans and goals for traveling within the next 2 years. I want to go as many places as I possibly can. This summer I'm going to be going to Gdansk, Berlin and Prague, and I already went to London. And this Christmas I want to go to New York, and then next summer I want to do some sort of like interrail or travel again. Definitely want to go to Scandinavia at some point. I've heard really great things about Canada and also New Zealand, so hopefully within the next 2 years. A short bicep just like mine, but on you looks way better. Would you recommend me any tips to make an illusion that the gap is smaller? That is down to genetics, but if you do have a really short bicep where like inserts up here, you can keep adding mass to your bicep and your forearm, and that will eventually like close the gap to as small a gap as like you can possibly within your genetics. But yeah, training forearms, I don't specifically train forearms, never have. but I did do lots and lots and lots of pull-ups, every type of pull-up, and I did lots of rack pulls, which is one of the reasons why my back is probably my strong point at the moment. But yeah, lots and lots of pulling movements will develop your forearms to the point where this gap can be like short, can be made smaller. Yeah, adding mass to your biceps and to your forearms will make that gap smaller, but it's only going to be within the limits of your genetics. PBs on my compound lifts, that's just all he wants to know. Okay, personal best on bench press was 150 kg, and that wasn't with like the powerlifting setup or like arch in my back. Deadlift 190, I don't do a lot of deadlifts, and squat 170 for one. That's my best. That was my best. 150, 190 and 170. Nothing impressive by any standards. Shout out to Adam McDonald, absolutely killing the Snapchat game. He just messaged me. Go check out his YouTube channel, I'll just put him there. Cheeky little shout out for you there. Do you not get bored not drinking at weekends? How do you compensate? And your vlogs are, hey. Nice. Okay, so the drinking thing, the thing is, if you don't enjoy something or you enjoy something else more, you're not going to feel like you're missing out not drinking every weekend. So I feel like if I was drinking every weekend, I would have like 2-3 days where I can't train properly, I get bad sleep and my diet goes out the window, and that is something that I value a lot in my life and my day-to-day life, so that would make me unhappy. So if you're asking me how do I deal with not going out every weekend, it's because I wouldn't be happy doing that, but that's just personal. I'm curious what your ethnicity is. I'm Caucasian, Irish, 100% Irish. Okay, just had to make some space on my memory card there. What headphones do I use in the gym? They're Jaybird Blue Bud X's, I think that's what they're called. Look up Jaybird, they're really good. I'd highly recommend them. I'm not paid to say that, they're really good. Is it hard balancing fitness and school? I can see how it is difficult for some people, but I've been doing it for so long at this point that it just seems normal to me. But you do have to commit a lot of time to both. If you're going to try and balance both of them, you have to give attention to both of them. You can't just like focus on one and then suddenly forget about the other, and then switch back to doing the other one on point and then forgetting about the other one. It's hard, but it is possible. You just have to be efficient with your time. Time management is like the main thing. Don't leave these big blocks of time during the day where you're not actually getting anything done, where you're not actually producing anything or working towards your goal or whatever. So what's your plan for your future? What is your main goal? My main goal is to just reach as many people as possible and help as many people as possible to realize their potential. So many people just go through their lives not actually reaching for anything greater or outside of what they think is expected from them. So I believe that everybody has talents, everybody has ambition, and everybody has dreams, but not everybody actually acts on those things, and not everybody actually goes after them. But I want to tell you and everybody, and as many people as I possibly can, that you can go after these things. You can succeed at what it is you want to succeed at. It's your life at the end of the day. Nobody makes decisions for you. You have to take the situation that you've been placed in and get the absolute most out of it. Think of it as an orange. You've cut it in half and you've got that juice in the middle ready to come out. The orange is your life. The juice is what you can get out of it. If you squeeze that as hard as you can and get every single drop of juice out of that orange that you possibly can, then you're doing something right. And that's what I want to tell people. That's what I want people to know, that you can live the life that you dream about living. You can do it. That's what I want to do. My plan for the future is to just keep doing what I'm doing until I get to the point where I have added value to thousands and thousands of people's lives. Hundreds of thousands, millions maybe, hopefully. That's the answer to that. I hope I answered your question. If I didn't, I probably just missed it, I'm sorry. But next up is my workout for today. Boom. Love this oatmeal hoodie. A lot of people commented on this. It's a nice color. Definitely have to agree. And if you want discount on this stuff, use my code please, because I'm trying to work my way up the ranks. MFMattLucas10 is 10% off, and it helps me. So if you guys are true OG supporters, help me out if you're getting something from Machine Fitness. Oh yes. Since I've already been talking about discount codes, my discount code MAT20 now works. That's 20% off all bulk powder stuff. Elevate, orange and mango. Only situation where I would use the word bay is for orange and mango Elevate. It is amazing. Where are you going? Hold up. Okay, so we just saw Jason Bourne. Pretty sick. As you can see, we got some Nando's before it. And I went with corn on the cob this time with my rice, and it was A1. Highly recommend. Only 100 calories as well. So finishing my calories at like 2,000 today. Had that Ribena and fulfilled there. And that's pretty much it. Just gonna finish my calories there. What do you think of the movie?
Yeah, it was good, really good.
Pretty good. Catch you later. So just in home after the cinema. It is almost midnight. So here are my calories for the day. Pretty happy with that. I'm gonna finish it there. If you enjoyed the video, guys, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, add me on Snapchat, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.